Hey folks, this is John. I feel like I owe you a brief explanation. First of all, there's an issue with two dogs who are just going bananas in the other room. So let me close the door on that. But the other thing I feel like I, really should explain is what the heck is the current Kickstarter about? What is this comic? Jonesey and Dr. Long. On the Kickstarter page and in the way we've talked about it, it's a love letter to American pulp, mid-century comic books, also noir film and westerns, and that whole vibe of gin-soaked, cigarette-stained badasses from long ago that, we're still kind of, heroes to kids, Indiana Jones comes from that tradition. Our newspaper comics from those days were just chock full of great stuff. I spent years with this collection by Bill Blackbeard when I was younger. I mean, this sequence right here, field goal, Patrick, now you'll get your letter. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. That's Milt Caniff. That's for Terry and the Pirates back in the day. Those serial comics came, every week, every Sunday. And here's Buck Rogers, right? You never knew if you happened to miss an episode, you'd be kind of confused, but you'd still kind of know what was going on. Here in the collection, they just show you one panel. And you don't need a whole lot. You just enjoy what's in front of you. It goes fast, and these guys were churning out incredible work so much faster than we do now. Look at Popeye, what a mauler. And so, back in those days, this was Thimble Theater with Popeye, but then Seeger would also do Sapo and these little funny flicks where you cut paper dolls out. So, there was so much work. It was so cool. And it was so engrossing and so wild and fast and over the top. And that's what I wanted to do, but kind of fresh. So here's some pages from Jonesey and Dr. Long. And, I couldn't have asked for better art on this. Maxim Mel just really brought it. We've got Jonesey, who's kind of, he's a tough guy, but he's kind of a schlub. And then we've got his buddy, Dr. Long. Dr. Long Fang is a cat. He's a Chinese herb doctor, acupuncturist, kung fu teacher. We got some swords hanging up on the wall. And, he's not afraid to let Jonesey know when he's being a little bit racist, a little insensitive when he says, smells fishy. That's not cool, Jonesey. You can't talk that way. That meme of Luke looking at Ben saying, you can't just go around calling them sand people. What I was hoping for with this book was to capture the rapid-fire dialogue, the jokes, the grins, the deadpan humor, but then also the really confident humor that you'd see in the movies in those days. It's a chatty book. There's a lot going on. Taylor Esposito, our letterer, just destroyed it. He did such a good job taking a really dense script and really dense art and revealing what needed to be revealed. And he didn't edit my dialogue at all. So, this might not be your particular area of comics scholarship, and I get that. But so much of what we value today, and our heroes like Indiana Jones, the whole like Star Wars saga, like you start with episode 4. I remember seeing that in the 70s, and I was like, wait, what, episode 4? My dad had to explain to me that that's what it would be like if you walked in on a old Flash Gordon serial in the theaters. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I was missing the 3 and 2 and the 1. I thought about that for years. I thought about that until the 90s. Like how cool would it be to have the episodes that came before that? So, with Jonesey and Dr. Long Adventures, we have Enough Dough to Buy More Bullets, which is kind of a noir thing, kind of swings into Western. And then by the time we're talking about space Nazis on the moon, obviously we're talking about science fiction to get there. And there's some government men in black and some top secret government installations disguised as a janitorial training facility. Let's see, where's the... I'm going to show you there. Yeah, here's Airman Rock Hardison. He's the guy who flies the time-traveling saucers for the government. So, I put everything in my brain in this comic, and there's about 50 pages of fast-paced, high joke density, kind of lunatic excitement, jokes, a little bit of violence. Yeah, one of my favorite gags I stole from Jim Rockford, who, you know, gave us so many things. And then, you know, another pulp hero. Yeah, this one. A lot of guys wouldn't fight dirty like this. He throws a cigarette in the guy's eye and then shoots him a bunch. I mean, that, you know who did that? Jim Rockford did that. He didn't shoot the guy. That would have been really dirty. So, there's a couple days left in the campaign. And honestly, we're like not that far along. It's a little disappointing. We could use a boost. So sharing, pledging, any of that stuff would be welcome. Thanks for indulging us in this madcap adventure. And thank you for supporting the work. All right.